All right, good day, guys. Today we're talking about improvisation. Improvisation is very essential for you as a saxophonist. That is the moment you're soloing and you are just left alone. So at this point in time, if you're not very familiar, you're not good with how to improvise. So you just mess up the opportunity given to you. That is when you're supposed to express yourself. Express that feeling that you have. Yes, you are to express yourself as a saxophonist. That time you're supposed to let people know what you are made of from your sound. Yeah. So before we talk about improvisation, or before you even go into improvisation, there are some things you need to have known, or you ought to have known. For example, it's not doing improvisation, you'll be learning how to snore. Snoring should not be part of what you'll be learning. You have known how to snore, you have known your dynamics, those times of up and down. Yeah, you should have been familiar with some of your skills. Yeah, you need to have known your skills. It's not that time during improvisation that you now start learning skill, no. And you should be familiar with your permutation, your grace notes, and your licks as well. So when you're improvising, these are things that will just come in, and your fingering. Yeah, you should be able to work with your finger, because most of the time, sometimes you just move your finger without even it's not planned. It's not that you want to play. Now, I just play. It's not that I really plan what I play now. So your fingering should have been very fast, or at least to some minimum extent. So what are the things you need to take note whenever you want to improvise? All right. So for example, you are singing a song and the lead vocalist just give you room for you to improvise. Like say for example, Amazing Grace. Yeah, you need to know the song already. You need to know the song. Even if you don't know the song, at least you have an idea about the notes. So do me, amazing grace. That's the song. Now instead of you to sing, you can put what we call rhythms. Yeah, rhythms is very important. That is in between two or three notes. Instead of so do, so la do, la do. Okay, it's like passing notes in between them. That is improvisation. Alright, so these are parts of improvisation. Then your grace note is very important. Then your licks. Now, my play. That is the licks. Alright, so that is part of improvisation. Nobody is teaching you or telling you what to do, but because of what you've been practicing, it just keep popping up. Or for example, let's have a song like okay, let's have a song like Oh Lord my God, so me. Okay. Alright, can see what I just did? It was not planned, it was not that I practiced it. I just improvised. I played some notes, I did some permutation, I added licks. That was the time I did some dynamics, rhythms. So permutation and grace notes and all those things are part of the things you should have known by now. So whenever you are given a room to solo, number one, you need to take note of your rhythms. Yeah, very, very important. Then you need to take note of your licks. Licks are things that guys you like. So then your fingering, you need to have master and work with your fingering, because if your fingering is not fast, you you might miss some notes. Then also you should be familiar with your landing. However, whenever you are improvising, don't be stuck with thinking of, oh, what should I do? What should I play? Should I play sol la sol fa mi re or do 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 do? Just feel free, move. Make sure you just get it when you are landing. That is the most important thing. Then your scale. How do you do it? Make sure you master your major scale. Once you know your major scale, you will definitely know your minor scale. Yeah, scale like major scale, like from do to do re mi fa sol la ti do. So whenever you are improvising, make sure you follow the timing. Yeah, timing is very, very important. Once you can master the timing, adding licks, adding scales, permutation, your landing notes will be easy. Just make sure you follow timing. And how do you do that? You can get a metronomes or a kick, somebody say, and follow it. So once you master your timing, or you have a metronome, you use it to practice. It helps you. Yeah, whenever you're improvising, make sure you land where you can play around with it, but make sure you just land where. So improvising does not really have a pattern you must follow. It depends on how you can organize yourself. Yeah, that is the major thing. But it's boiled down from how you've been practicing. So if you practice your scale, you can easily add scale, add your permutation, add your grace note, but don't be lost. Yeah, trying to look for, okay, I want to play a pattern. No. Sometimes you want to play. You look at it before you reach your do it. You just come around, you play around, and make sure you land well. So your landing part is very much more important than the way you start, because sometimes you might want to play a licks, and the licks, you look at it, is too long in that space that you're giving. Maybe you have, or you have, see, if I want to play to be too long, So because there is not much time, I will just cut it off. I cut it short rather. So you need to be familiar with your timing. You need to get to master your timing very well. So timing is very important in your improvising, and ability to think fast, ability to move your finger very fast is very, very important. So whenever you're improvising, make sure you work with it. Then call random note. You just pick C, D, E, F, A, B, D, A. Just play randomly without anybody selecting. Sometimes it can be pretty cool. For example, listen to this. Alright, the beauty of it is, when you're just improvising, you're playing and you're following the timing. So it's pretty cool. This you use it in jazz improvisation is much more when you're just allowed to just solo alone, and maybe you can increase the tempo. Alright, you can see, but it's much more pretty cool. You can add your chromatic scale with it. So when you're familiar with your chromatic scale, adding it with this random scale or random note, it becomes pretty cool. So improvising has a lot of things to do, but the most important thing is don't be carried away with a particular pattern. Whenever you're improvising, don't let it be like, oh, let me follow these licks. We have a lot of licks. Don't get used to one particular lick. Don't get used to one particular pattern. Just flow along with it. Your major thing is your fingering. Yeah, work with your fingering. It's not during improvisation you'll be learning how to do vibrato. No. These are things that should just come naturally. But improvising is just like you know your notes, you know your landing notes, you know how to play around with it, and that is just the basic. So we are still having one or two questions about this improvising. You can drop your comments, and if you want a one-on-one tutorial, I'm available. You can contact me so that if need be for me to explain better, then no while I'm not shaking. So that is all about improvisation, and improvisation is very wide. Improvising is very wide, but basically what you need to know is your fingering, your practicing, know your scale. Your scale is very good. Yeah, we have a lot of scale, but just start from a chromatic scale. Yeah, and you know how to then practice with metronomes, with beats. Okay, like this tempo is high, even though it's just your diatonic scale. Do re mi fa sol la ti do ti la sa fa mi re do. Even though it's this alone. And from there you can go to the next one. There is re mi fa, then you go to the next mi fa sol, then in that sequence. Then go to re mi. Then go to fa. Then go go to sol, and then go to la, and you go to T. So knowing this alone can help you to master your fingering, and it improves your playing technique, especially when it comes to improvising. So improvising has a lot of things. Then whenever you listen to a great saxophonist, musician, you can pick a pattern, you can pick their licks, pick whatever they play, and they see that they learn how to improvise. For example, okay, alright, no song is coming to my head now, so let me just play along. Thank you so much. See you in the next video. Please, if you not subscribe, and if you find this video interesting, share with friends, comment, and don't forget to on the notification bell so that whenever you drop any tutorial, you'll be the first to get notified. See you in the next video.